Hey YouTube, it's Numistaka and welcome back to round 2 of the mega grading results, unboxing of graded coins that have been submitted to NGC, and hopefully there's going to be some really interesting results in this box. As you can see, I'm opening it at the same time as you're going to be seeing it, so we'll see what's in the box and what success or failure has been achieved by members of the Silver Forum and Facebook groups and other people who decide to submit coins via Numistaka to NGC. So we haven't got a full box, so this one won't take quite as long as the last one, but let's take a look and see what's in the box, starting with the Yale of Beaufort. A lot of these coins, I'd say 70% get a 70. So if you are aiming for 70s on these, don't necessarily overpay. There will be another one that comes along. Some of them get 69, but it does seem like only quite a small proportion of those proofs get a 69. Interesting coin this. I think that these will be sought after in the years to come. Platinum is kind of on the up. It's interesting, although Royal Mint don't do cheap platinum, despite the fact that the metal cost has gone down quite considerably. So this is the 2018 bonnety kind of Britannia. We'll take a look in this set of videos at the different designs for 2018-2019 Britannias and compare them, and you can say which one you prefer. This is another 2018. So you can see the gold one and the platinum one side by side. Platinum's a little more dense than the gold, so you can see it's just a fraction smaller in diameter for the same quarter-ounce weight. And you can just about see through the hole and kind of see the gold one peeping out there at the back. It's a little bit less dense than the platinum, so the coin itself is a little bit bigger. Okay, and there we've got the 2019 Gold Britannia. So it's kind of interesting. If I had to compare the two, my preference would be for the 2019. I think it's a nicer design. It's kind of slightly stronger design, I think. The Britannia and bonnet is a little bit like the 2003 Britannia and bonnet, kind of reinterpreted. But which one do you prefer? Probably the one that's a 70, knowing you lot. But in terms of design, I think the 2019 is stronger than the 2018. And then we have the Snowman. This one belongs to my friend Regal Stacker, and it's in the Regal collection. It has a pedigree. And this one has the green hat and coat. So this has got the proper, I think the standard manufacturer intended colouring. They have given it a variety. Some of them they seem to give a variety to without asking. This is one of those where it can go either way. If you want to ensure the variety, you have to ask for it, and then they'll tell you whether it has a green or a blue-grey hat. 2002, lots and lots of these coins, I think, are in this set of mega results. When people do grade sovereigns, they do, first of all, they pick the special dates, and then they go to some of the other dates. They get into the bug, the sovereign bug, and they start picking up other dates without the special designs on. And so for certain people, they're just going all out, finding proof sovereigns and grading them. And it's nice, and they're doing well in the market as well. There's a 2001, and that got a 70. What will happen is the populations for these half sovereigns and full sovereigns will continue to grow, and it'll be interesting to see what proportion of 70s the older sovereigns get as well. They don't all get a 70. A lot of the older coins get a 69. So it's more difficult on the older sovereigns to get a 70, partly because of the minting, partly because of handling. When you get something that's been in a family over 15, 20 years and then they sell it on eBay or something like that, at some stage in that 15 or 20 years, somebody is going to have opened up the capsule and taken a look at the coin. And at that point, you risk handling, or maybe you need to get it conserved to take away any schmutz on the surface of the coin. So you can see quite a few of these half sovereigns, 68. Some of them will get a 68, particularly the older ones. The older ones may get a 68 30% of the time, 69 60% of the time, and only 10% 70s. So some of the older ones, the 70s, are quite difficult to get. Here's a 2003. That one got a 70. It's a little bit pot luck, really. I don't think a lot of these coins have been conserved, but you can, I suppose, increase your odds a little bit by having NGC review the coin first. But whether that's worth it or not, that's up to the individual person who's submitting. This one's just a standard sovereign, but it got a 70. Most of those 2017s have got a 70. Okay. And here's one which is interesting and a disaster at the same time. It's nice to have a few disasters, don't you think? It kind of makes a little bit more interest in the video when something goes horrifically, terribly wrong, like this coin has done for my friend Regal Stacker. So, these coins are a nightmare, I have to say. They have the widest spread of grading results of any modern coin. They're a bullion coin. They weren't intended to be graded, but people have graded them since right at the beginning with the lion, and they're incredibly variable. I think when they look at these coins, they find faults, and they found a lot of faults in this one. I don't think it deserved a 63. That seems incredibly low, but I mean, I don't know. They must have thought that there was something they saw under magnification that they didn't like. So that's a shame, Regal. But on the other hand, sometimes it works the other way. The lion got a 70. And I know both of these coins actually came from a seller in Singapore, I think. And then they came to me in the UK on behalf of Regal, and I got them graded for him. But they both came from the same place, the 63 and the 70. Both came from the same source at the same time. And one got a 63, one got a 70. Just can't tell. 70 is a fabulous result for this, and 70 lions are very, very thin on the ground. Not quite as thin on the ground as 70 griffins are, but I think the 70 more than makes up for the 63. Unfortunately, Regal didn't do too well on this one. The last one, I've only had one or two results back for these matte sovereigns. They're brilliant uncirculated grade, so they're not proofs. They are produced very well, but it seems like they found some tiny fault with this, marked it down to a 69. So I'm sorry, Regal, for that, because you don't like 69s, mate. I know that, mate, Matt. No pun intended. A 69 for this one as well, the strike on the day. 1,817 of these, minted, so but very, very desirable. It seems a little bit like Marmite, these strike on the day coins, because some people feel that they're just a way of the mint taking advantage of collectors, and yes, in many ways they are, but collectors also like variety, and there is a market for these because people like collecting things that there aren't millions of that are quite distinct. And I think the Royal Mint understand that, although in that matte sovereign, I didn't buy one of those because they didn't place a limit on the mintage. They made it unlimited, even though 15,000 of them, I think, were in the special box. So, getting to the end of this now, what have we got here? A half sovereign. Proof 70, half sovereign, 2017. People continue to send in these 2017 sovereigns. There's going to end up being a lot of them graded, but there's a big demand for them as well because the design is fabulous. Similarly, of course, the 2002 and 2005, people are continuing to send those in. There will be much bigger populations for those than all the other dates without the special design. Here's the one sovereign. Graded one sovereigns, 70 grade, continue to do well in the market. A 2006, a 68, not quite so good, but 68s do happen. It's borderline with 68 whether it's worth taking it out the slab and selling it selling it raw, but I don't think it makes very much difference to the saleability of those coins in the market, to be honest. Another 70. I'm glad I'm getting lots of 70s for those 2017s. People are looking for 70s in the market, and it's nice for people when they send them in for grading to be getting a 70 grade coin. And here's another one, this time a little bit more successful, the limited edition Strike on the Day plain edge. You can see that plain edge instead of the ribbed edge, grained edge, and I really like those coins. This was my tip actually when 2017 when they came out, and I was saying these ones, and other people were saying the Pied Fork coins. I don't know what you guys think, but I think the Strike on the Day has actually done a little bit better relatively in the market than the Pied Fork one over the last couple of years. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and keep your eyes open for the third video in the mega grading series.